Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Chief Guest, Deputy High Commissioner of Pakistan in Sri Lanka, Brother Danbas Khan, the Guest of Honor, Professor M.M. Najim, Vice Chancellor of Southeastern University of Sri Lanka, Oliville, Political Counseling of Embassy of Pakistan, Brother Hunain, Commercial Secretary of the High Commissioner of Pakistan in Sri Lanka, Brother Adnan Yunus Lodi, our special guest, Dr. M.I. Jaufer, all boy or past people of Erukkalampiddy Center College, Dr. Najibullah, past people of Erukkalampiddy Center College, our brother, special guest, Mr. M.I.M. Fahim, Managing Director of Multi-Timber Dealers, Brother Hamjad, family member of A.R.M. Abdul Qadir from Kandy, Principal of Erukkalampiddy Center College, Mr. S. Selvaranjan, Principal of Nahavil Muslim Mahavidyalaya, Mr. Huzaimat, our special guest, Engineer Rafi, Deputy Director, Express Highway, Project 1, past people of Erukkalampiddy Center College, another special guest, Dr. M.I. Inayatullah, Bachelor of Dental Science, past people of Erukkalampiddy Center College, friend, former past president of All Ceylon Union of Muslim League Youth Front, Mr. Rashid Imtiaz, my friend, Dr. Wazir Hussain, can I say doctor, a future, inshallah, ambassador, awaiting, my dear members of the past people of Association of Erukkalampiddy Center College, members of Erukkalampiddy Renaissance Front, teachers, students, parents, and all distinguished guests. First of all, it's my heartiest greeting and warm welcome to this event. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So I think I have a challenge, His Excellency. Fortunately, you all cannot speak Tamil or understand Tamil. Or fortunately, some of our audience can understand English. So it's better have the welcome note or the roadmap in Tanglish. So I'll be touching here and there and hope you understand. So I'm going to discuss ரெண்டு விஷயங்களை நான் கதைக்கலாம்னு நினைக்கின்றேன். ஒன்று, நாங்கள் இந்த மாணவர்களுக்கான பண உதவி திட்டம், அந்த திட்டமானது ஃபியூச்சர் த்ரூ எஜுகேஷன் என்ற ஒரு திட்டத்தின் கீழ் அந்த திட்டம் 2007ஆம் ஆண்டு ஆரம்பிக்கப்பட்டு இன்று வரை நாங்கள் செய்து வருகின்ற 12 வருடங்களாக செய்து வருகின்ற திட்டத்திலே 102 மாணவர்கள் தற்பொழுது பயன்பெற்றுக் கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். தட் இஸ் ஃபியூச்சர் த்ரூ எஜுகேஷன். அந்த திட்டத்தின் சென்று கொண்டிருக்கும் பொழுது வந்த சேலஞ்சுகளை நாங்கள் எவ்வாறு சந்திப்பது என்ற ஒரு நிலைப்பாட்டிலே ஒரு பாடசாலையை தத்தெடுத்து அந்த பாடசாலையை கொண்டு வந்து இந்த மாணவர்களுக்கான கல்வியை கொடுப்பதற்கான ஒரு திட்டம் வி ஷால் ரைஸ் அகெயின், நாங்கள் மீண்டும் எழுவோம். இந்த 2 திட்டத்தையும் நான் இங்கு விளங்கப்படுத்தலாம். இதை பற்றி கதைப்பதற்கு முன் நான் நினைக்கின்றேன் எங்களுடைய வரலாறு அல்லது ஹிஸ்டரியை பற்றி கொஞ்சம் தொட்டுக்கொள்ளலாம் என்று. Your Excellency, the whole beneficiaries of this project is 100% coming from displaced family, forcibly displaced families. In 1990, October, we were chased out from our homeland with just $100, $200 within 24 hours notice. I'm one of the victims. In 1990, October, became displaced, and fortunately on the following 3 months after, I came to know that I have been selected for the university, Peradeniya University. Then we didn't receive any letters. But we went to UGC, collected the letter 3 months later, and with my friend Hinayatullah, we went to the university. It is nothing. When the families are residing camps and centers. Then our respectable professor is here. He was my 1 year senior there. And then we don't know even to communicate in Sinhala or English, went to Peradeniya University and submitted the letter. The dean said, "Hey boys, get out. Already course started. 2 months already late." He said, "Okay, come next year." So we have no option. Then I can't even speak in Sinhala and English because I come from countryside, Erukkalampiddy. Then I started crying. Then the dean took the letter, signed, go to the class. That's how we started our education. And then big struggle, lot of hardships. And my father's, fortunately, yes, my parents were government servants. But because of the displacement, no salaries were given for a couple of months, for 1 year. And then when we were struggling, I must remember and recall why we called or invited Mr. Hamjad here, one of our former minister, ARMA Kader, Abdul Kader, Minister for Cooperatives. He came all the way to the Peradeniya University, called all 72 students, undergraduates, and said, "Okay boys, I support you. I give you 500 rupees per month." At that time only 150 rupees, 150 per meal, just 150 per meal, lunch. He said, "Okay, I'll give you 500 rupees. Go ahead with studies." Then one thing that we wanted to promise, knowingly or unknowingly, so we took a vow to say that, okay, when you become a citizen of this country, become a capable citizen of this country, we must give in return to the society for the education. In that mosque we promise, okay, inshallah we will do that. Yes, Dr. Hinayatullah. And then, mashallah, we started struggling, and then, end of the day, mashallah, we had a very good, super batch from Professor Najim, and the senior batch, Dr. Nijam, Dean, Sajid, Sadiq, and all. So we completed our studies, and then we became graduates. We didn't stop. We continued our masters in agriculture. And then in 2007 or 6, we come to the association with the organization called All Ceylon Union of Muslim League Youth Front. But the Imtiaz is here. Imtiaz Baki Maka, Honorable Imtiaz Baki Maka is one of our master, I can say. So we started associating, and then we came to an understanding with the assistance of them, and then with some donors. I can remember one, Lalit D. Silva from Sri Lanka Telecommunication Chairman. He funded 500 rupees per head. Some 10 people were selected and went to a place called Hussainiapuram in Putlam. The first ever scholarship fund started. This is why I say this, the social responsibility that brought us to the society. In turn, we have the responsibility to extend that fund to the future children. So we started in 2007. And then we continued every year. It's a policy decision. We didn't invite any politician as chief guest or guest of honors. We wanted to give them education. So it's the way we used to invite ambassadors and professors of different caliber and encourage these people and to get their words. Okay, boys and girls, you'll also have to come as citizen of this country. And then we continue to do this project. In 2007, and 2009 in Town Hall Putlam, and in 2010 October Ranmuthu Hall, Ranmuthu Hotel, and 2013 in Nagavillu Muslim Madhya Mahavidyalaya, we invited His Excellency Ambassador of Iran. And then 2014, Deputy Ambassador from Saudi Arabia, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. That is the first ever event after the displacement. We organized such an event in the district of Mena in the school at Erukkalampiddy. And then in 2016, we came out with a 3-year plan and submitted before a large crowd of past people of Erukkalampiddy Center College. This is what our plan is. This was held in 2016, April 23rd, and at BMICH. So I would like to draw your attention, your professor and His Excellency. So though we have been assisting this financial contribution to the student, we did not get enough outcome. We could not harvest. Why? The whole northern province Muslims were chased out. The impact of that, the whole Muslim school became defunct, destroyed, damaged. No schools for these children. But by giving financial assistance, what can we expect? So we were compelled to take a decision to identify some school and bring the school along with the children. So we identified some school, mainly in the Mena and North region, Erukkalampiddy Center College, and before that, the financial assistance, no equipped school, and also a lot of petty political interferences. And one other challenge we faced, living standard of these displaced people have no revenue source to educate their children. Most of them were living below the poverty level. And the lack of learning resources, teachers, equipments, laboratory chemicals not given to all these destroyed schools. And then intra-social differences everywhere we have. North or south or some kind of a family, caste, things comes in. So that was another challenge we had. And also bureaucratic school admissions. So the admissions were refused to the displaced children, saying that you all are not living in this northern province. You can't come from Colombo and Putlam and study in the school, because they were denied to give admissions because of the administrative and bureaucratic environment of the school administrations. So then we have no option, and then we identified some schools in the northern province, Erukkalampiddy Center College in Mena, Musalli National School in Mena district, Al-Azhar National School in Mena again, and also Usmania College in Jaffna. These 4 schools were popular schools before the displacement, but need very high attention to develop those schools, willingly or unwillingly, to accommodate these children. Then, fortunately or unfortunately, I am being an all-boy past pupil of Erukkalampiddy Center College. We, decided to work out and bring the school back to its glory before, like what it was in 1990. The school, I would say, it's a sleeping giant. You can see number of medical professional, engineering professional, all different professionals that this has produced in up to 1990. The destruction or closure of the school had a big impact on the education of the Muslim society. Then, being a member of this Erukkalampiddy Renaissance Front, we wanted to bring the school back to its glory. Why? I have justified on the other side This is the one and only center college in the northern province for the Muslims, and one and only center college in 3 districts of Mena, Vaunia and Mullaitivu for any community. Built in 1944 under the WCC Kannangara, a father of education scheme, out of 54 center college built in Sri Lanka at that time. This is the one and only school where you can see all 6 streams: bio, maths, commerce, arts, biosystem technology and engineering technology. All 6 streams we have. And then the land resources, 17 acres of land donated by the village people before 75 years. It's a big resource. 17 acres of land, abandoned school, abandoned premises. And then, having rich history, people coming from that school are still thirst of helping to the school. Whenever we speak about the school, sometimes it's goose-pimpling. So much this school has been contributing towards these people's development and social responsibility. And then the social support from the past people, village people, and the well-wishers of that area are ready to help the school to bring the school back to its glory. And also, it is only 8 kilometers away from the Mena town. It's easy access. We have transport from Mena town 24/7. And the school, why I say this is sleeping giant, fortunately, even after the impact of the war, this is the faculty provided by then government, former President of Sri Lanka, His Excellency Mahinda Rajapaksa's period, which has 2 sections, biosystem technology and engineering technology. This is a computer lab, have the computer facilities for more than 50 students at once can sit and learn, right? And this is also called Mahindodaya Computer Lab, provided during that era. And then it has facilities for 50 students, and then vast area for students' activities. So the ERF involvement with Past People Association, created in 2013, to parallelly bring the school and the financial assistance for the children. Okay, let's have some outcome. Then the Past People Association, every member of the Past People Association of the school, parallelly contributed, equally contributed to bring the school back to its glory. I would say that fortunately or unfortunately, I have to take the responsibility of the Past People Association's secretary post, and then I have been doing for last 5 years along with the scholarship program. Decision taken in 2014, okay, we have been assisting these children, but no results. Okay, let's use this school and learning facilities for the enhancement of education. Then, from the request from the Past People Association of Erukkalampiddy Center College, Erukkalampiddy Renaissance Front, along with our respectable donors, decided, okay, allocate 50% of the scholarship who is coming to the Erukkalampiddy Center College for their education, not only from the village itself, also coming from the adjoining villages, adjoining districts, and even some other provinces like, Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa. And some students are coming from Attalach in the eastern province of this country also, coming and studying in the school while they are staying in the hostel. Then we, as I explained earlier, we submitted this 3 years plan as to how to bring the school and the children back to its formal education system, and that was unanimously accepted in April 2016 on the 23rd day. That terms 3 years ends by next month. That means on the 23rd of April 2019. And we we identify some objectives to implement this plan, and mashallah, all those objectives, I would say, we have achieved well before the date fixed for the purpose. Said that this is the 17 acres land, big resources. For 75 years, we are trying to celebrate this year, this school. One of the milestone activity, we all, the Past People Association members and the ERF together, we built the parapet wall throughout this 17 acres of land. In the history, now the school is secured by parapet wall with the intention of using the land more effectively and more efficiently. So after putting the wall, to enhance the aesthetic value of the school, we planted 300 trees along the wall, marking the International Environmental Day last year on the 5th of June 2018, and by now it is only 7 months. Mashallah, you can see the height of the plant and the good looking of the plant. This is a mahogany plant. You can see there along the wall 300 plants we planted. Mashallah, so without even single plant died, all are performing well, more than the expected growth what we planned before. And then together with PPA and ERF and well-wishers of the Erukkalampiddy people, we repaired the mosque, which was abandoned for 25 years. And then you can see the present looking of the mosque there. And now the mosque is ready and can be used by the children who are staying in the hostel. And then this is the hostel. It was abandoned and broken. So we inspected a team in 2010, and then with the help of the government and people and PPA, we renovated, and now, mashallah, more than 60 children, they are staying in the hostel and performing their education. I hope most of those children in the hostel are also here today attending this function. And this is the dining hall, earlier looking, damaged, 30 years abandoned and given up. Now we have renewed, now used by all these hostel students. And also, this is one other milestone juncture of the school. The first ever in the history, a 4 million worth of bus transport of the students from the village Erukkalampiddy to Mena, 8 kilometers away from the school, where most of the private classes, tuitions are taking place. Now the children have no limitation. After the school, 2:30, bus leaves from Mena, Erukkalampiddy, and they go to the class and come back. The students' security and transport facilitation, everything is, alhamdulillah, made, and now we are happy being a part of a donor of this bus to the school. So this infrastructure, I have been talking and you all are carefully listening, then you must be wondering, then what about education? So the principal, teachers and students, they have shown the school in 2012 produced zero results, but it was performing before that, up to 1990, best performance. Thereafter, then closure of school for almost 1 decade. And thereafter, the school started with 25 children and producing little by little and crawling and growing. And in 2012, unforgettable period, that every results was zero, O-level 0, A-level 0, grade 5 0. Then we had to wake up, compelled to wake up. And then we started working out. Alhamdulillah, now you see, up to last 4 years, 5 years, from 2012 I didn't show there, it's zero. From now here we have produced, mashallah, 100-odd children from a country school people call Erukkalampiddy Center College. Mashallah, we are happy. So 2016-18, 5 of our children perform in the national level. They become super merit in the history of MENA, history of Wani district, 5 students from one school, they become merit students selected for different faculties in the history of the school and the district and the Wani as a whole. So 5 students at once, same year, got selected for universities in merit. So that was identified by some media people, and this was in the media on the 20th May 2018, win for one, win for all. The director is there, the principal Selvaranjan is there, and all 5 children are there. They were the talk of the table, and they were in the national media. Now I am coming to the challenges. Now, IT, I showed, we have facilities, equipment, and space, resources, everything. But as I said, it's a school where all 6 streams are there. So we have the challenge to bring and utilize or maximize the outcome of other resources, other streams, like bio, maths, arts, and commerce. So if you look at the chemistry lab and the physics lab, it is only the building. You can still see the impact of the war. Empty building with broken glasses and some empty bottles. With this only, these children have been performing and getting selected for medical faculties. And the next challenge is the university selection. Although we are happy that we have produced some 100 children for universities, the problem of quota system for the MENA district, whatever the number of children they study, whether 100 or 200, only 5 medical selection. Only 5 people were selected for universities, unless other than they perform well and become merit students. So this is one of the big challenge and the limitation for the education of the people. The quota system, unfortunately, is placed by the government. It's a government policy. We cannot come out. But we have to have some alternative thinking, arrangement, or accommodation to accommodate these children, whoever, like what I have shown, 25 people or 25 to 30 people, they get selected for the universities. The last time, sir, what is the number of students they sit for the exam? 125 children they sit for the exam. In the history, first time in the history in Minor district, the large number of students sit for the A-level from this close school now coming up and shown. But it is a big restriction, limitation for the development and the growth of these children. Therefore, we are seriously concerned to come out with some alternative arrangement to accommodate these people who are left out without getting selected to the universities. That is second challenge. Third one is the inconsistent transfer system of the government departments. So today we think, okay, all the teachers are there, school is there, school is moving smoothly. The next day we receive a letter, okay, this teacher is transferred, this teacher is transferred, that teacher is transferred. That is because of the policy. Sometimes, political, as I said, that the petty political interferences, and some teachers, sometimes they perform well, for some jealousiness, they are, chased out. So these are very common thing we face. These are challenges. So especially now, I would say, in the commerce stream, commerce, economic, and accounts, no teachers. Isn't it, sir? Yes. And also, we are planning to become a national or the ordinary citizen of this country, to understand and learn and speak both English and Sinhala in the future. What I felt in my university career, without English, without Sinhala, the problem I had to come out from the hard life. So we should not leave that to the future children. So we are planning to introduce Sinhala teacher and English teacher in the future in the school to learn all 3 languages, profession in all 3 languages. So that is another challenge we have. And then I don't want to take much of your time. At this juncture, now the school is getting ready to celebrate its 75 years of its age, built in 1944. Now with 2019, it's 75 years, Titanic Jubilee. Everybody is excited. People are running here and there to celebrate its mother's birthday, 75 years. And in the history of Erukkalampiddy Renaissance Front, which was started in 2007, now with 2019, this is the year we have passed 100 students getting benefited through this particular education system. 102 students are getting benefited. So this year is, for the school, is the Education Renaissance Front is a special year for this. In the meantime, it is not only your hero, Your Excellency. 30 years back, 25 years back, we didn't have television. We didn't have big screens. We had 1 or 2 black and white TVs. We used to go escaping from parents to see this cricket match of Imran Khan and Javed Miandad playing. So he is not the hero for us now. Even 30 years before, he was one of our heroes in the sports field. By the time, I must say that Pakistan, now the ambassador, His Excellency Enam Shahid, is an all boy of this Erukkalampiddy Center College. Now we have produced an ambassador to represent Sri Lanka in your great country, while friends like you are in Sri Lanka. How can I find another time or another event to invite you all and have a function like this to motivate our children and satisfy our members? So it's a great event, and we are greatly satisfied and thankful for accepting our invitation and coming on time, Your Excellency and Professor Imam Najim. And I hope that any sort of shortcomings, take it positive and be with us and enjoy the event. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khaira.